stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ow!
And welcome to Monday. Good afternoon, Chris.
Hello, sir. How are we?
Fantastic. It's the Seth Williams Show on Monday afternoon, and we are ready to talk porn today.
Yes, I love it.
We have some other stuff we want to get into as well.
I just put my driver's license away. I've jerked off all morning. It's ready. I'm ready.
We'll get into that shortly. As you can see, my beard is no longer brown.
Yeah. Wow, it wore off awful quick.
It wore
Sir?
off like 2 days later, man, to be honest with you. Like you missed the show on Wednesday. I dyed my beard brown, and I thought it looked great. Wife loved it. Almost jumped my bones in the car as soon as I got off the show.
Should have whipped that dick right out.
I dyed the pubes, too. I was ready to go.
Were you sitting there combing your pubes with that little fucking brush?
During the show. Yeah. Just seen it.
Nice.
Believe me, you only need a little brush around that area.
It's like a brush for a Barbie.
Right. Don't really need a whole lot. But, yeah, it turned pretty quick. But, I mean, I think I got a little bit more respect around the office and stuff with that.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. I was going to say, no, you didn't.
No.
You got absolutely destroyed by Bob and them, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes. In fact, I was stupid and sent like a picture to Bob after the show.
Yeah.
And I wish I could show you what he sent me. It was just a cartoon pile of shit, and said, "Looks like somebody wiped that all over your face." I said, "Okay, thank you for your
Thank
your
you, Bob.
opinion. Appreciate you." Same with the good old Charlie the mechanic. They had a good time with making fun of me.
I'm sure they did. You gave them plenty of ammunition, man.
Not ammunition. It was an attempt at some self-esteem. And that's what happens when you go to friends for self-esteem.
Yeah, they tell you the truth.
They crap all over you.
You should have gone
Literally.
to somebody that would just lie to you.
Well, that's what I prefer.
Oh, it looks wonderful. Oh, my God. It's the best thing you ever did, Seth.
But I did like it. So I'm going to actually get a more permanent, at least
Marker?
semi-permanent marker to put on my face. But I
Brown
liked it.
Crayola.
I thought it was great.
Oh, that's wonderful. Has anybody gone back to calling you sir?
Yeah,
Pops?
we had a breakfast yesterday morning with our friends Jim and Sandy and a couple other people, and I told them about it, and they made fun of me for me being upset about being called sir, and so the entire breakfast was me being called sir.
Nice.
You know who I saw yesterday though at breakfast? It was Scott Cassidy and his mom Natalie, who listened to the show.
Yeah.
I think Scott's like work has changed, and now he has to listen at a later time. And
Okay.
but they came to breakfast yesterday out at Goldie's in Strongsville,
Nice.
and it was great seeing them. His mom, I'll tell you what, Natalie. Natalie listens to the show.
Mm-hmm.
She is like one of the coolest people you're ever gonna meet, man. Like she gives like no fucks at all about anything you say, anything that you do. Of course, she listens to the show.
Of course.
And so, she doesn't care about anything. When we saw her, she's outside and she's puffing a cigarette, whatever, and just hanging out, and like she's just cool. Super nice, super sweet. Scott's sister was there. She hates all politics that I believe in.
Okay.
But she still came out and was sitting there and was very super sweet. Enjoyed breakfast. It was nice. It was nice seeing those people.
Well, that's cool. Very good.
It was kind of a going away party, if you will, like just with the people we usually have breakfast with.
Sure.
For my daughter, because she's leaving not this week but the following week. So
when does she actually jump in the car? Like a week from today?
a week from Thursday.
All right.
Was when actually after I'm not going to probably do the show on Wednesday. There might be not this week, the following Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. Depends on what time my wife is getting out, but we're going to be heading down Wednesday night.
Yeah, dude.
Down to Cincinnati.
Dude, you do not need to apologize for not doing this to go spend time with your daughter in a life-changing moment.
Well, I mean, we're going to the three of us are going to head down to Cincinnati that night. We're going to get a hotel room and stuff, and then we're going to move her in the following morning into the dorm room.
Okay.
Which, I'm not real excited about this entire venture, but I mean, look, I'm excited for her because, she's going to succeed. I know she will. And
yeah.
But the more I hear about stuff going on in Cincinnati, it's a fucking nightmare down there, man.
Well, it's a nightmare everywhere, dude. She'll be fine. You didn't raise her to be weak.
No, but I mean, what's going on down there with all these, fucking beat down, and now the mayor doesn't care. Chief of police doesn't give a shit if you're white. Screw you. And then she has this like app, I guess, for the school.
Okay.
And it's supposed to alert them, like if there's an issue on campus or something like that.
Okay. And
4 out of the past 5 nights, there's been shelter, don't move until you're told to move alerts come through on the phone because there's somebody on the campus with a weapon or cops have been called to something. And you're sitting there going, all right, I'm about to send my daughter here for the next 4 years of her life, possibly. And
dude, I mean, look, do I have magic words to give you that's going to make that anxiety go away? No, you're going to have that anxiety. I still have that anxiety. My daughter graduated high school 15 years ago or whatever it's been. It's been a long time now. And I still, if I don't hear from her every second day or so, I'm like calling her up or throwing her a text or whatever saying, hey, you okay? Where you at? I want a check-in. And it's weird because I don't have the same role with my son that lives in Pittsburgh. He hits me up whenever he hits me up. Now, admittedly, I have other people that work with him that if he just disappeared, I would hear from him. From them fairly quick. But like with my daughter, man, every 2 days, she knows she's got to text me and just literally a lot of times I'll get a text from her just saying, all's good. It's hot outside or whatever, just some nonsense. You're going to have that stress, dude, but just teach her the right way, which you have. Reinforce the fact that she doesn't go running around the campus by herself ever. That she has to have somebody, if not two somebodies, traveling with her.
But see, setting ground rules for a girl that's 18 and going to college is kind of difficult because she's kind of like, well, I've dealt with your shitty rules for 18 years. I'm done. I'm out. I'll see you. And good luck finding me.
Present them a different way and she'll listen.
I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to do.
Present them in the here's so-and-so. She was raped for 6 years in Ariel Castro's basement. Do you want that to be you? No. You travel with people. You just got to, the beauty of the age that she's at now is you don't have to candy coat it anymore. You don't have to be like, well, it's just good safety if you travel in teams. You don't have to do that. You can literally say to her, you will get raped and murdered if you do this. So don't do this.
Right.
And then she'll make the right decision because you raised her the right way.
And of course, I'm sending her down with like 2 gallons of mace, bear spray, electric shock machines, and personal alarms and all kind of stuff.
Right.
Like if anybody comes within 5 feet of her, they're getting zapped with something.
Right.
But,
Maybe you can send her with those Hell's Kitchen pans and she can bang them if somebody tries to do something to her. She can make
the Guy Fieri ones are still in the box. You can have those. The Hell's Kitchen ones are actually on the stove. But...
Oh, have they been used or are they just on the stove?
No, they're for display purposes only. But the Guy Fieri ones are actually still in the box. We went on fucking vacation in June, and they have not made it out of the box yet. And they're still in the same part of the counter.
How much were they?
They were originally $90, but I got them on sale for like $42.
$42, but you put them on credit card?
Yeah.
So you're up to about $60 on those.
Oh, pay my credit cards.
Yeah, I know, but you're paying the minimums. You ain't paying the full card. You'll end up paying about $3,000 for those pans.
Those pans. You have to be taken out of the box. I'd give them to her, but they don't have like a stove or anything like that in their dorm, so there's nothing she's gonna do.
Doesn't seem to matter if there's a stove or not.
I guess she could display them.
Yeah. She can be cool like you.
Yeah, see?
Having some pots and pans that she doesn't use.
I'm actually I'm conducting a sale. If anybody wants some Guy Fieri pots, Venmo, Seth Williams 32, $50.
We could put them on the website if you want. Seth's Vacation Pans, $50.
On sale. I paid $42, but I want $50 because they're collector's items.
What is shipping?
So, but so that's happening next week. I'm kind of anxious a little bit.
Sure.
I think the first couple of nights are going to be rough, dude.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not because the first couple of nights, my wife and I plan on getting ripped.
Nice.
Enjoy our first
your first days with the empty nest.
Day empty nesting, and
sure.
She'll be doing her own thing, so we can go, just kind of enjoy our. But then I'm gonna be sad and probably cry for like the next month.
You know what, dude? You'll find your way. That's really, I mean, when my daughter moved out, my daughter was way more of a deal than my son was, to be honest. It was definitely harder. But when she moved out, I spent that first week or so like texting her every day. Hey, you okay? Everything good? And you text some lies just to see if everything's good. You text some shit that's like, hey, just making sure you got good water pressure over there. Do you, or hey, does your shower work okay? Because I can bring you a new shower head if that's what you text nonsense like that, but it's literally just to hear back from them. You're going to do that.
I mean, my wife and I keep going through the same thing of like, look, how many parents do this kind of stuff? Everybody eventually gets rid of their kids.
Of course.
Whether it's in college or a job or whatever, they move the hell out and they do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not like we're different than anybody else, but it is new to us.
Sure.
I mean, for, 18 years, we've been this, 3-piece band, and now all of a sudden we're not. And so it's going to be definitely different. But yeah, I mean, everybody does it. So I guess we'll get used to it like anybody else does.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
you're going to have an uncomfortable week is what you'll have.
Yeah.
And then the next time you'll have an uncomfortable is when she comes home for Thanksgiving. Because you'll get used to her being home again and then she'll leave again.
Especially if she brings some like douchebag boyfriend over or whatever. And
she won't on the first trip. That's only like 3 months from now.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not trying to be a wuss about it, but it is what it is. The other big thing before we talk about the story of the day, Shadeur Sanders killed it.
Stop
over
it.
the weekend.
Killed
it over the weekend.
Stop.
Look, I've been reading the headlines. I've been reading, I've been seeing national news, local news, stuff on Facebook. He is the real deal.
Can we stop this?
I wouldn't start Joe Flacco even for a game. We got to put him in and let him fly. Let this young bird fly.
I'm not against that. I will say that. The team's going to suck so bad anyway that I don't see the real reason to have Joe Flacco out there. Not going to lie about that. I'm fine with them putting Shadeur out there and just letting him play and seeing if he can play or not. I'm not sold like you are because he threw 2 touchdowns and 150 yards.
That's not accurate.
What did he throw?
It was
138 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He was 32 of 33 for 464
yards.
yards.
Not.
4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he outran everybody on the field.
Right, put your Madden away and look at the real TV and see what he did.
Oh, yeah, it was like 14 for something and
14
yards.
for 23, 135 yards or something. Nice game. I'm not trying to say he had a bad game.
Against the starters, he did basically nothing.
Yeah.
Against the second string, he had 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. And I've seen 10,000 memes of, see, Mel Kiper knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, please.
What? What did I watch?
You know what? Let's see him start this week against the number 1 defense in the NFL. Let's see that.
Still could be playing their starters.
But they'll play some of them. They'll play a few of them because they've got a few new faces on their defensive, especially in their corners and safeties. They'll put some of them faces out there to see how they fit. He's going to play against much better. If he starts this week, he'll play much better talent. And again, I'm not trying to shit on the guy. I hope, look, believe it or not, this guy is winning me. I like the fact that he's out in the community. I liked the fact that when, what's her name? Aditi Alphabetica or whatever her name is. I liked when she interviewed him and asked him how he thought he did, and he said it wasn't good at all. Yeah. I like that.
So, look, I'm not saying he's a bad guy. One, he should slow the fuck down in his car and quit getting tickets, speeding all over the place. Mm-hmm. But the thing I don't really... This is going to sound really horrible, and I'm sorry that it does. When I hear him talk, I want to punch him in the face, dude.
Why?
Because he sounds like an uneducated fool who went to college and didn't learn a damn thing other than how to throw a football and win 6 games or 12 games or whatever it was. Not even what did he win? Like 8 games in Colorado.
Dude,
and now he's uneducated, learned nothing in any class, learned how to scramble a little bit and toss the ball up in the air to one, probably the best player we've seen in 20 years, and Travis Hunter. I mean, I don't know if he's any good or not, but he sounds uneducated. He drives like an idiot. And if you are going to take a jump to the league, then you need to act a little bit responsibly. And you know what? You know who I don't want going out to talk to children is a guy that can barely speak English. And that may sound stupid, but is that the role model that you want? What, because he can throw a football, you want him going out there and
No, but he will impact. He will impact those inner city kids, and you gotta look. There's other guys on this team.
Learn nothing and then come out and hope that you can throw a football.
There's other guys on this team that don't even make that effort. Dylan Gabriel, I haven't seen Dylan Gabriel out in the neighborhoods at all.
I don't know if he has or not.
I don't either.
Right? You're going to see Shadeur Sanders out there because he is the face of this team, even though he's a 5th-round pick. But
I'm not convinced. Look, and I guess none of us are going to know for 2 weeks. I'm still not convinced he's going to be a Cleveland Brown. I don't think because he started a playoff or a preseason game that makes him a guaranteed roster spot. He started because everybody else was hurt. I mean, they brought in that other guy. What, he was a day and a half off the scrap heap, and he played for a half.
Yeah,
Huntley.
Yeah, but I don't know. He may be a great player. I don't know. I'm not trying to disparage the guy because he sounds like an idiot. I'm just saying that I think that I wish him the best. I hope he does something for this team. I want to win football games. Yeah. I don't care if we put Ray Lewis out there when he's carrying 2 heads on the side of him, as long as he's winning football games. Whatever it is, I don't care. But I just think to look at him as a role model, I'm not ready to do that just yet.
Well, I'm not saying that he's a role model. I'm just saying I like we've had plenty of guys that have come in here and not put forth the effort. Honestly, I mean, and these aren't necessarily even bad guys or anything. Brandon Whedon, did you ever hear about him being out at the schools? I never
so
did.
far, he's better than Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel never. Johnny
take it.
Manziel just said last week how much he hated Cleveland. He hated being here from the minute he got
Yeah,
here.
I heard that. What a dick.
He's a total dick. But I'm just saying in general, do you remember that time that Deshaun Kaiser was down at Cleveland
yes.
Heights High School?
No.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. You know, and that's kind of the point. Is
John
at
says
least
all four-
Sanders, for whatever he's doing, good or bad, whatever, he hadn't been here 24 hours and he went and talked to the school.
I understand.
He gets points for that, man, because nobody else is doing that.
Was he told to do that, or did he do that on his own?
I don't think he was told to do it.
Well,
Maybe
they
his
do have a
dad
PR
told
staff.
him. His dad might have told him, that's a good move for you, son.
They do have a PR staff that kind of guides these guys into doing certain things, right?
Yeah, but he'd only been there. He hadn't even been there long enough to get a uniform.
John says all 4 QBs are guaranteed to make the final roster. Stop.
Yeah, whatever.
He said there's a Browns bet.
Yeah, but there's 5 quarterbacks, John. I know one has to go to injured reserve, but
Jackal says he'll end up another Watson.
well, if he gets his dick rubbed but he scores touchdowns, I'm good.
I agree with that. Do a bet
I'm
on
good.
whether-
I'm
who
good
the
if he
starter will
sticks
be.
his dick in the hand of every masseuse in Cleveland if he scores and wins games. Fine
Who do you
with
think is
me.
going to be a starting quarterback in September?
Week 1,
Yep.
Joe Flacco. It's going to be Flacco for 4 or 5 games. They're going to lose the first 4, and then they'll swap him out for probably Kenny Pickett.
I'm
If
starting.
I was guessing.
I'm starting to rethink my original prediction of 4 wins.
Why?
After looking at that team on Friday night, I'm starting to rethink.
Dude.
I'm going to go 8 wins.
8 wins?
8 wins.
You and John can have that bet.
I'm doubling my original prediction. After seeing that team, I'm going 8 wins.
John, you want any of that action? 8 wins? That would be 0 through 7. You're a winner, John.
You don't think they can make 8 wins?
No chance. Not even
So Flacco
no
and Shadeur.
chance. No chance. I don't care if Shadeur comes out and he's Tom Brady. There's no chance they win 8 games because as great as Sanders or Watt or Flacco or whoever can be, they still don't have a damn person to throw to. There's no one to throw to other than Jerry Jeudy, who's going to be doubled on every play.
I think there are some decent, at least a couple decent wide receivers, and I think that our tight end room is huge and is really, really good. And then I think if you actually get that running back from Judkins or whatever from Ohio State, he's actually going to play.
Yeah.
I think you have a solid running back room. I think you have at least a couple of workable quarterbacks that can win you 8 games.
8 games, no chance.
8 games.
Half the season. No fucking way. No way is that happening.
Jerry Jeudy and Njoku, Harold Fannin.
Njoku and Fannin and
They got another tight end I think is pretty good too.
yeah, how do you know?
Well, that's what I've heard.
You ready to throw
What do you mean?
Sanders on the scrap heap because he doesn't
Preseason.
he doesn't speak the King's English, for God's sakes.
And
We don't know what this other tight end speaks, if he even ever went to college.
I don't care if he speaks German. It doesn't matter to me as long as he can catch a football. And
Well, there
again,
is
I don't
that.
care what Sanders does, whether he's an idiot or not. I don't think he should be a role model. I just want him to be able to throw a football.
Yeah, well, I'm with you there. Again,
Doesn't matter to me.
I'd love to have a team full of rapists and murderers that wins.
As long as we win a game.
As long as we win, I don't care. Just don't rape or kill my kid.
There you go.
If somebody else's kid, I don't give a fuck. I want wins.
That's awful. That's terrible. Why would you say that? It's
Because
awful.
it's true. It's truth.
But I want to win football games. I could care less. You think those people in Baltimore cared that Ray Lewis killed like 12 people?
No.
At least he won games.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I would have taken Ray Lewis and his killing hands. All day long. I'd have loved to have a killer like Ray Lewis.
John says, yeah, amen. This offense is predicated on passing anyways. It's all about the run. Okay, well, I think we have a decent running back room. 8 games.
Maybe if that guy shows up. What if Junkins doesn't get to play?
Well,
he still hasn't even signed a contract, has he?
I don't know.
I think he's the only guy like in the draft that didn't sign a contract yet. Of course.
Well, I think they probably want to see what's going to happen when if he's going to prison at all for beating.
Well,
his girlfriend.
They pushed till 2026. They pushed his trial.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's gonna
get him on the field. Come on.
That's what I'm all for it too.
Well, I think the problem was a lot of these kids signed a 2-year deal, and I don't think they want to give him a 2-year deal if he's gonna get in trouble.
Yeah. Well, there's that. I say tell the girlfriend to make sure she has the dinner on the table on time like she's supposed to, and fucking get his ass out there to play. Let's go.
Right.
Stop burning the green beans, bitch.
Works with my wife.
Man's got to make a living.
Works with my wife. Hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's terrible. Speaking of women, should we talk about our real story?
Let's do a commercial first.
A commercial already?
Well, we're 30 minutes in.
Before we take this commercial break, I will say that I did get another person to sign up for the Jim Florentine, Don Jameson comedy special podcast happening in September. You're going to hear about that in just a minute. But you know what's cool about it?
What's that?
So far, all of the people that have signed up are none of the people that comment on the show on a day-to-day basis.
Oh, good.
And so we actually do have other people out there that are paying attention to this broadcast.
There you go.
Not just the ones that are chiming in. And again, don't forget that my daughter's going to college. I'm going to need tons of money for this move and everything else. We did have JJ donate $40 a couple weeks ago, and it's been pretty dry since then. But, I have bills to pay for my poor daughter who's going off to college. She needs money on her Bearcat card so she can actually eat while she's in Cincinnati, and I can't afford those kind of payments. And Chris also is suffering at the hands of
terribly
poverty.
Yeah.
And you can always Venmo Seth Williams 32.
Yeah.
Look
at me withering away here.
I know. I see. It looks like you've lost like 50 pounds in just the past
bones.
Yeah, because lack of food and
that's right.
Nutrition. And so if you want to help out in any way, Seth Williams 32 on Venmo is the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Even my daughter donated $1 because she saw how terribly we are suffering. So just making a plea there. All right, we'll be back in about a minute, and we'll get into the news of the day. Hang on.
All right.
Get ready. The Seth Williams Show is going live Friday, September 12th at 4 p.m. Join us for lunch and a hilarious podcast interview with the one and only Jim Florentine.
When I was a kid, I got home from school at 3 o'clock. My mom goes, go play in the neighborhood till 6 o'clock. Come back then for dinner, and that was it. There was no communication from 3 to 6. And I'm still here, and everybody else is, right? It's fucking weird, isn't it? Yeah, all right, a couple cute kids went missing, but that was collateral damage. What are you going to do? Yeah, I mean, they took the bait, went for the candy. What are you going to do? I wasn't a candy guy. Yeah, you're not going to get me in a van with a Tootsie Roll,
And Don Jameson.
Because remember when the most dangerous jobs in America were, law enforcement, active military, one of Danny Masterson's dates from that 70s show? No, I'm glad you guys are laughing at these jokes because here's the thing. We're so politically correct nowadays, aren't we? It's gotten too crazy, man.
This incredible event, including lunch, is brought to you by Smokin' Rock and Roll and Audio Base Studios. Space is super limited. Only 10 lucky fans will be selected. Send your email to SethWilliamsShow@gmail.com. Seriously, you don't want to miss this.
Right back here on the Seth Williams Show with Chris Aiken. And don't forget also the SethWilliamsShow.com. The SethWilliamsShow.com is
That's right.
running and live again.
It
And
is.
you can visit the store there and buy some really cool merchandise, which I don't know why you'd want it, but it's fine. You can check out the website anyways. I think it's awesome.
Sure.
Um,
Hey, before we get into porn,
Yeah.
I want to actually answer Marcus's question in the chat room only because I do think it is a very big deal. He says, what are y'all's thoughts on the UFC on Paramount Plus in 2026? I don't know if you heard that story today, but UFC is leaving ESPN and ESPN Plus, and they're moving to Paramount Plus in 2026.
Right.
And they are no longer going to be charging for pay-per-views.
Really?
Yeah, so their weekly pay-per-view, because it seems like they have a pay-per-view every week, doesn't it?
God.
All those charges, all those $30 to $50 charges are going to just be on Paramount Plus for free.
Oh, that sucks.
Why?
Well, because I just added an extra. This is why we need some money. Venmo, Seth Williams 32. I added no ads on my Hulu account
Okay.
because the ads are just terrible, man. And
Sure.
it takes forever to watch a show or anything, and so
Mhm.
I added the no ads portion onto the Hulu account, and I was going to cancel the Paramount account because that would even things out a little bit. And now that that's happening, I cannot cancel the Paramount account. I have to keep that.
Oh, not that I would ever tell anybody to do anything bootleg with the VC Box Pro. But,
All right, well, we could talk after the show.
But
Otherwise, I may be pleasuring people on the side of the road.
it's only
the other
$300 once, and you get everything. So
right,
I've heard. I would never
okay.
use such a device.
I know you wouldn't.
No, that would be
And-
terrible.
I don't want to have to pleasure people down by Edgewater Park so I can afford to pay the bills for my house. If this show doesn't start making money, that's what I will be doing
There
to
you go.
support my daughter through college.
Well, think about this for a minute, though, dude, before we move off this.
Yeah. I have a question I want to answer on the
Okay.
chat too.
If they're going to make... So now, last week or over the weekend or whatever, WWE announced that it's moving all its pay-per-views to ESPN. Like all the WrestleMania and stuff is going
Right.
to ESPN. So, do you think companies like AEW or boxing companies, whoever the big boxing company is now, are they going to be almost forced to go away from pay-per-view now?
Maybe.
Because who's going to want to spend $50 on a pay-per-view when it's free everywhere else? When it's just part of the subscription cost?
Why don't they just come out with a new app, Combat Sports, and just have all the wrestling, all the boxing, all the UFC on one app?
Well, they tried to do that with the sports, and immediately class action lawsuits came up and froze that out. Because they were trying to do that with ESPN and Fox Sports, and I think it was all of them except for CBS. We're going to conglomerate together for football and baseball and soccer and all that other shit. And the class action lawsuits from Fubo and YouTube TV and whatever shut that down in a hurry. What?
Cody was talking about if you like horror movies, go see Weapons.
Yeah.
And I did see that over the weekend. I saw that on Friday night.
How is it?
It was fantastic. We loved it. I mean, I don't know. Some people, the ending is a little different, but it keeps you guessing throughout the entire thing. And it's pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was fun. I was supposed to go to the Toto show on Friday night out of Blossom, but I have a problem now with my good leg. Got like a cut or something on it, and kind of bandaged up a little bit, and so that was bothering me. And then I just started thinking about Blossom, and it's a nightmare for people like me. I mean,
So
it's a
for
nightmare
you, it
for
was
me
a
before
no-toe show.
What?
For you, it was a no-toe show.
Yeah, but so people were telling me, look, if we go down to the bottom of the hill, the bathrooms are at the top of the hill, and then we're going to have to get a ride back up to the top of the hill, and then like your best bet is to stand at the top of the hill. I'm not standing at the top of the hill for like 4 hours watching a show so I can go to the bathroom and forget about it.
Especially that show that's, kind of a sit-down show.
Yeah, and apparently it was packed, though.
Oh, I'm sure it was, but it was what? Toto, Men at Work, and who was the third one?
Christopher Cross.
Yeah, that's not exactly a stand-up and rock out type of a show.
Rock out show.
No.
Yeah. There's a couple of shows coming to one show I know is coming to MGM, and MGM's my favorite place to see a show.
Me too.
Live is going to be there, which I'm a fan of.
I
least their first-
loved you.
I love the first 3 albums. The first 3 albums were really, really good.
Wasn't one of them Throwing Copper?
That was like the second, I believe. Mental Jewelry was the first one, which was actually better than the one with all the hits on it.
I never really liked them, but I never really dug into them. Just because I met that guy one time and he was a total dick.
Oh, he's a fucking dick, dude.
That
Ed
Kowalczyk or whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's a fucking douche.
Total
Like, they were doing a show at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? And it was like a special thing, and I was there, introduced the band and all this kind of stuff, and
Sure.
the crowd was all pumped up. They fucking did 3 songs and then ended. Everybody's sitting there with, like, I came all the way the hell downtown to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. These guys did 3 songs. And I went backstage, and after it was over, and I was trying to, like, be nice. I was pissed, man, because, people are yelling at me. Like, I did something wrong. I just brought them on stage. I didn't do shit.
Right.
And they're yelling at me. I'm like, standing back there because I just wanted to get an autograph and stuff. And he, signed it, but blew me off. Just like, whatever. See ya.
Yeah. Like, thanks a lot, dick.
Everybody was here to support your dumbass, and then you do 3 songs and leave, you penis.
Well, them doing 3 songs, that's about all people know anyway, isn't it?
I don't know about that, but
what are the other 2? There's I Alone. What are the other 2 songs?
Lightning Crashes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I can look up the hits.
I know that. Yeah, you look them up. I'm saying, what are the 3? You asked me to name 3 Rat tunes. I can do it off the top of my head. Or 3 Limp Bizkit tunes or 3 Korn tunes. That's why I'm just asking. Did they have 3 big ones?
Yes, they did.
They had 2 big ones. I know that. With Lightning Crashes and I Alone.
Well, because you're asking me, look, it just won't. I won't say it if it's not a big hit.
Oh, look it up. I don't care. What is everybody is
Lightning
upset?
Crashes, Island, Selling the Drama, Dolphins Cry. I'm looking for Lakini's Juice was a big one. Pain Lies on the Riverside, big one. I mean, they had a bunch.
Oh, that guy, I met him early in his career. He was a dick. I was done. I was like, I'm never going to listen to this shit again. I'm never going to buy it again. And I never did.
Yeah, he was a dick, but I still like the music. But I want to see that one. And then 9 Inch Nails is coming to town. But I think they're going to be the Rocket or whatever. And I kind of like them.
Rocket Arena. No thanks.
I want to see them.
I've seen them. They're great.
I saw them before, too, and it was fantastic. Great show. Marilyn Manson, I think, is coming to House of Blues.
I'd like to see that, too. I love Manson. I don't give a shit
There are
if
some
he is.
good shows actually coming to town for once.
Do you care if he's caging chicks? I don't.
No.
Couldn't care less. I just want to see him doing the beautiful people. Wow.
The dope show and stuff. I mean, I love that shit.
Are you motherfucking ready for the new shit? I love that. That's good stuff there.
But there's actually some decent shows coming to town that aren't festival bullshit.
I like that. I'd love to go see Manson. I'll go with you to Manson.
Yeah, I'd go in a heartbeat.
Let's find out how much the tickets are. Or I could probably make a call on that.
You gotta know somebody that does.
I know somebody at Nuclear Blast, and that's at the record. That's the record label, so I'm sure I can probably make that happen. So what? I'm following the chat room. I haven't been following along too good. What is the problem here? That now there's a female umpire. Is that what we're?
Yeah, there's a female umpire in the majors. The first pitch that she called a strike, and it was a fucking. It was easy to. It was a fucking way a ball, dude. Like, but she's walking around all smiles and stuff, and then they put the ball aside to probably like put in the Hall of Fame because she's the first female umpire. And dude,
don't you think she was nervous?
She looks like us, dude. I think I'm better looking than she is. Which is saying a lot, dude.
Do you think she was just nervous?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how. I didn't watch like the rest of the game, so I don't know how she did. I just saw her jogging out on the field. I mean, she's as thick as us, and then she's fucking nowhere near cute. And I mean, she looks like a man. Might as well just have another man out there. But I guess because she has a vagina, she's considered a woman and calling balls strikes.
Well, they're all going to be replaced next year anyway, so who gives a shit?
I know. She finally got a job, and now there's going to be a machine that does it.
And there needs to be.
What are people saying in the chat about the broad?
Just they're saying that there is a broad in there that's calling games. I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah, she calls the ball a strike. Yeah, it was the first fucking pitch. It was terrible.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she was just nervous at that. I mean, did she suck the whole game, chat room people? Or did
I
she
hate
just
the
suck on
MGM
that
venue.
one?
Sterile as fuck. The MGM venue is one of the best.
I love the John's just a.
And then on top of that, you know what's great about it? They have like a curfew.
Yeah.
Like the
Meanwhile,
show's gonna be
John,
done by like 10 o'clock or something like that, so people can go out and gamble.
and meanwhile, John's the same guy that'll spend $500 to go to fucking Blossom.
Right. And what does he play? Shitty fucking bars with like 8 people at him. And he's gonna bitch about the MGM. It's a nice place.
I'd love to shit on John for his music, but he does draw about 5,000 to 1,000 people every time he plays.
I don't know if his music is any good or not. He doesn't play anywhere good around here.
Well, he picks terrible songs, but that being said,
Where does he play?
Lima, mostly.
Oh, okay, great. So you got the Lima Hicks out to see him? I mean, that's good.
But
There you go.
I've seen John. Look, believe me, if he sucked, I would say it. I would absolutely shit on his head like Vince McMahon on Janelle Grant. I would be all about shitting on him. But unfortunately, John does draw like 500 people and sings pretty well.
I've never seen him. So maybe, if he played somewhere other than Hicksville, Ohio,
Well, he just played.
I could check him out.
He just played a place I know that you go like 2 weeks ago. The is that place in Strongsville? The Local? He just played the Local like 2 weeks ago with Billy.
Oh, so you needed somebody to prop him up a little bit.
Of course.
I get it. I get it.
Of course, he needs a star.
Actually, I would really like to see John play, but I
mean,
I don't get out much. Maybe I will now that my daughter's leaving. Maybe I'll get out
Yeah,
more.
you're going to have free time now.
Actually have a little fun.
You won't have anybody to
Also, my
make you
daughter
go to these
does-
shitty movies, so you'll go see John's shitty band.
Right. I played in Strongsville twice this year with Billy, and you were nowhere to be found. Seth.
See?
Some friend you are. Again, now that my daughter's going away, I'll have more time to spend with.
Well, Seth
wife
has
and go out and
Sunday
do
breakfast every Sunday. Where you been, John?
Yeah, where the hell are you?
How come
I
you
was in
haven't been there?
Strongsville.
Yeah.
Dick. Some friend.
Asshole.
All right, it's time to talk porn, man.
Let's talk some porno. I'm in. What do you want to say?
I don't want to talk about the story. I just want to look at porn. That's
I'm all for that, too.
whole show is about. Might as well just watch it now while we can.
I'm all for that.
All right, so the big story is the Ohio Innocence Act. Looks like it will be taking place next month, is what I'm hearing.
Explain this to me when you say looks like. Has it
Well,
been voted in,
I gotta
or
look and
is
see if
it
it's actually-
gonna be voted in?
Hang on, let me get the actual information. I know we're having, on tomorrow's show, Bob's show, we'll be having the creator of the act on, Representative Gary Click. He'll be on to talk about it.
Representative Gary Click.
Yes. The Ohio Innocence Act, most commonly refers to House Bill 84, introduced the Ohio House of Representatives, which aims to protect children from pornography online. It mandates age verification, like a selfie or ID upload, for accessing websites with obscene content.
Does it define obscene content?
Focuses on online pornography, aims to protect children from viewing such content. But I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I want to hear the very specifics, because from what little I know about it right now, I am 1,000,000% against this. And not just because I have a voracious hunger for porn.
Well, you're still going to be able to watch it.
I understand that, but I'll explain why in a minute. You can tell me if I'm crazy or what. I have several points.
The Ohio Innocence Act will go into effect next month.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's
Requiring
passed.
age verification for access to adult websites, according to Cleveland 19 News.
Okay.
Specifically requires users to provide ID to prove they are 18 or years old.
Who are we providing that ID to?
Well, that's what I don't know. The bill introduces criminal penalties for creating and distributing deepfake pornography, where someone's likeness is used in explicit material without their consent. So does that mean no more like amateur porn? If you
Well,
I don't
all
know.
amateur porn is pretty much acted anyway, but I mean, they've already got laws against like revenge porn and stuff like that.
So I don't know what, but you're gonna have to require an ID. Now the problem is I don't know what website specifically. I mean, if it's an 18 or older website, I'm assuming it just means like Pornhub, X videos, all those kind of things.
Yeah, I get that. Sure. What
What
about
about beer ads or something like beer like
Well, let's go
websites
down
and-
that. Let's go down that rabbit hole, shall we?
yeah.
Let's take a movie like Trainwreck. Remember the movie Trainwreck?
Yes.
It's been widely reported that John Cena actually fucked Amy Schumer in the sex scene.
Right.
Do we have to provide an ID to watch that movie? There's actual fucking going on.
Right.
Do I now gotta show Netflix an ID?
Well, that's a good question. And if there aren't any sex scenes in movies, if there's nudity in movies,
Exactly.
is that going to require an ID?
I've been very on record about Sydney Sweeney, how much I love her in Euphoria. Now, there's no actual sex going on in Euphoria, but those scenes are more graphic than half the porn that I do watch. Will I need to provide an ID to HBO?
I mean, I wish I could this is going to be very technical is the problem. I mean, because it talks about revised codes and all that. To enact the Innocence Act to prohibit an organization from failing to verify the age of a person attempting to access material that is obscene or harmful to juveniles. I mean, again,
What is
that's
that?
very subjective.
This show violates that sometimes.
It does. To prohibit a person from using another person's likeness to create sexual images of the other person, to create private right of action for each prohibited activity. Yeah, I don't know what that is going to... Because you're right. This show could definitely be considered
Porn.
age inappropriate at times.
Yeah. I mean, and there's tons of it. I mean, if in the course of this show, if we do a story on, I'm just going to make something up. If Megan Fox got brand new triple Ds today and she was in the press showing off her triple Ds, can I show a picture of that on the show?
That's a good question.
And if I do show a picture of that, what if I say, man, I'd love to squirt a load of jizz on those big fat fucking tits? Did I just break the law?
Because everything that I can continue to see primarily prohibits two key actions: failure to verify the age of users accessing potentially harmful online content, and their creation of and dissemination of deepfakes using sexual acts. So, what are we going to get in trouble if we don't verify somebody's age before getting on the show or watching the show?
See, this is where it gets real iffy. Who's responsible for this? Do we have to hire a company?
Failure to verify age can result in penalties for the organization.
But what are we verifying?
I don't know. It doesn't. It's very unclear as to what
You've been reading this for 10 minutes and you don't have an exact stature, a status. You can't say,
essence,
I'll just throw this out there, and these are the obviouses. If you show a dick, I'd imagine that's one of them. If you show a pussy, that's another one. No, I understand that. It should say, well, the viewing of testicles or something like that, or genitals. It should say that, but it's not saying any of that. You know, I mean, there's all kinds of questions. What about what is the big art picture that shows the guy with the little dick and the fig leaf and
right?
But he's naked? Is that porn?
I would assume they consider that art.
Why? How is that more artistic than me watching Pamela Anderson having mud smeared all over her tits? That's art too. It's artistic.
Sad part is I know like all these representatives there for this.
Well, I hope you
But I
and
just
Bob
wanna
are
know
gonna
what
ask
it
these
says.
questions tomorrow.
I want to know the exact verbiage here, but
I want to know what is illegal, and I want to know who we're giving our information to. Not that I think that either is a good solution. Do you really want to give your social security number to Pornhub? Some rando that works at Pornhub. Do you trust Pornhub that way?
no, I don't. I
I don't
trust
either.
those kind of sites. I barely trust them to look at it on my phone.
That's what I'm
Half
saying.
the time you get a message after looking at something that says your phone has been infected with a virus. Click
Yes.
on this link.
That's what I'm saying. So we don't want to do it that way. And I have even more fear, and this is a true fear, of giving it to the government. Because this is exactly how this is going to play with the government. You're going to register that you're watching porn, okay? Like, let's be honest. You and I are both going to do this the day it's required. Yes?
Of course. Yeah.
We're both going to do it. Okay. Let's just say in your town, 2 streets over, a 13-year-old girl gets raped. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. 13-year-old girl, two neighborhoods over from your house, Seth, gets raped.
Right.
What do you think the cops are going to do? They're going to pull up a list of everybody within 5 miles that is registered porn watcher, and you're going to be questioned.
Absolutely.
That's not right. You're not doing anything illegal. You know, when you buy booze, you know, somebody said this to me today. I was talking to somebody about this today. And they were like, well, you have to show an ID when you buy booze. You're right, you do. You have to show it. You don't have to have it copied. Yeah, you don't have to have it copied. You just have to show it. Here's my proof, I'm in. You know, I'm not for this. I think this is a horrible bill. I think this is a very Christian-y bullshit type of a bill.
Well, the problem that I have with it is, again, it seems to be very vague. Because, again, where do you draw the line? What's, inappropriate for children? Do you draw the line with just Pornhub, X videos, whatever the other sites are? Or do you have to draw the line with stuff like what we do?
How about this?
We swear and everything else.
How about this? Why don't you make it so that it's just blocked on phones? Block it on phones.
Dude, they give children in schools laptops.
Block it on. You can block it. You could easily. The schools can block that. The schools can block Facebook or anything else. All you got to know is that Pornhub's IP address is 52 dot blah 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 blah, and you block it. You just block it. Why do we need the government interfering in this? Why once again are the parents not good enough to take care of their kids?
Yeah.
Is there some rash of see, and this is where you lose me because it's not about the kids, it's about the adults. Think about the last 5 years and be honest. Have you heard one story, of a ring of kids watching porn at 13 years old?
No.
That's in the last 5 years.
No. But
so then why are we doing this?
And look, here's the deal. I mean, it's not like kids, haven't been looking at porn forever.
Of course.
I mean, look.
We used to hide it in the woods.
I would look through my dad's Playboys and stuff that he had. I had a freaking girlfriend whose dad would give me Legs magazine, Cherry magazine, all these, and they were a hell of a lot dirtier than, Playboy. But what's wrong with kids looking at stuff like that? I mean, it's part of, I don't know, growing up. It's part of your sexuality. It's part of, figuring your stuff out.
Why is it that a health class has to teach a kid how to take a dick in the ass, but they can't watch a guy take a dick in the ass? I mean, if you really want to get down to the granular level, that is the granular level. In health class, they're teaching boys how to take a dick in the ass.
So
they're teaching that.
This does go a lot of different directions with, what is considered obscene.
Okay. There you are.
Because I don't know what is all considered obscene. I mean, is it just a naked person? I mean, you can look up Google Images and see a picture of a naked woman if you want to look that up.
course.
Is obscene, actual sex acts, or is obscene us using F words every other
Yeah.
minute on this show, or talking about this kind of stuff? What is considered obscene?
Yeah.
And I think that's a tricky line to cross. I mean, look, is it obscene to look at just a naked woman? I don't think that would be obscene.
I thought that we had the
We're gonna get
Federal
rid of Google Images?
Communications Commission to regulate what is in regulated TV world, and everything else is not regulated. So
Now,
why
according to
is
Cody-
this being regulated?
According to Cody, the bill exempts streaming and cable services even if they show nudity.
Is Pornhub not a streaming service?
I would consider that streaming.
That's a streaming service. Is X Videos not a streaming service?
I would consider it, yeah.
Is X Hamster not a streaming service?
What's that? I don't know that one.
Oh, that's just
I'm writing
another
that
one.
down.
X Hammer. X. My least favorite is Pornhub. Maybe it's because I've seen them all before. It's like, I think I've literally watched every video on Pornhub because I don't ever see anything fresh and new. But X Hamster is pretty good, especially good on a lap or a
Yeah, I don't
tablet.
understand. Cody says, the streaming services and stuff like that have built-in parental control. So does your phone.
So should your house.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a parent, then you stop your kid from looking at certain things.
You do know that you can block IP addresses on your home router, right?
Yes, and then look, I hate to say this about my kid, dude, but there was one time, my wife and I were I was cooking dinner or whatever. My wife was watching TV or whatever it was. Daughter was up in the back doing her thing in her bedroom, whatever, and we heard her laughing her ass off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And walked back because she had a laptop, whatever, to play on, and walk back and she's on a tablet or whatever, and she's laughing her ass off. We're like, "What are you laughing at?" And for some fucked up reason, she was just surfing around this YouTube and found a tickle fetish video.
Nice.
And she must have been 6, dude.
Right, sure.
And so then you change the parental guidelines and make sure that they don't find that kind of stuff. But one, I think it's natural to explore sexuality. I don't think that's something that isn't. And then, I was talking to my wife last night about it, and she goes, "Well, porn creates unhealthy expectations about women."
Oh, stop.
And I sit there and go, "Well, I mean, you can look at it that way, but yes, I mean, guys want a certain thing sometimes when it comes to the bedroom. Yeah, I'm sure as hell happy to have romantic whatevers, and that's fine. But sometimes the guy wants a dirty whore too. But a regular romantic movie creates unhealthy expectations about men.
Yeah.
We don't all look like Brad Pitt and showing up at the last minute to save our, lovely, whatever it is, and to give you flowers and romantic sex in the shower, and that's not the way real life works either.
Well,
so your stupid movies create unhealthy expectations for us too.
Of course they do. Well, and let's take that even further though. When you sit with your chick on a Friday night and you watch, The Notebook, what is the expectation of what's going to happen? That you're going to get laid.
Yes.
So why aren't those movies? Because they're sparking titillating ideas.
That's what I'm saying. The last Sydney Sweeney movie that I saw, she was with some super hot dude, and they're naked in the shower, and then they move from the shower passionately to the bed, and they're doing it. It's like, come on, that's not the way real life works, dude.
Right.
If I'm banging in a shower, that shower is gonna be cleaned after I'm done with it. I mean, that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a mess, and then there's nothing romantic about it most of the time.
No,
I'm
not
sure
at
there
all.
are times, plenty of times, where you have romantic sex, and it's great, but not all the time is that the case. Sometimes it's just, hey, I want some. Let's do it on the couch real quick, and then go back to the game. I mean.
Yeah, there's that halftime's 12 minutes long. What can we get done in these 12 minutes?
Right. So there's a lot of unhealthy expectations for everybody out there.
Of course.
And I don't think it's that bad for look, do I think a 5-year-old should be looking at fucking porn? No.
No.
But do I think a 13, 14-year-old boy who's discovering everything and looking at shit, is that bad?
No.
I don't know. Is it?
No, of course not. Dude, when we were 13 years old, we were looking at every girl saying, man, I need to fuck her.
Maybe we wouldn't have this trend of everybody changing their fucking genders and wanting to stick a dick in each other's asses if we actually had some porn that people could look at when you're kids and get horny for the opposite sex.
Yeah, well, there's that too. Yeah,
Instead,
and again, I'm going back to my other example. I want to go to my other example, though. Why is it that we're teaching it, but we can't watch it?
Right, well, that too.
They're teaching it in school. And Ohio is definitely one of those states that's doing it. They're teaching it in health class.
All this is done under the Trump government. Remember that. That's not true at all. Trump has nothing to do with this Innocence Act.
This is a local thing, right?
It's a local thing. Just like in Tennessee, it was a local thing. But I was shocked. Like I told you, when we went to Tennessee, my wife was on some fucking mountain by herself because it cost like $1,900 to walk up this damn hill.
Sure.
$63 to take a ski lift up. But I didn't want to go because I didn't want my leg to fall off and fly down a mountain. And so I sat in the car by myself, and I'm sitting there going, man, what am I going to do for like an hour and a half while she's up this hill? I was like, let me look at the porn here and see.
Sure.
And I get on my phone, and I see all of a sudden, I got to log in with my ID. I'm like, all right, get the fuck out of here. Because, like we said earlier, I don't know where this information is going. I don't want Pornhub or X videos or whatever these things are to all of a sudden have my ID with my address and my information.
I just don't like the thought of possibly being set up for no reason.
That too.
Just because I like porn doesn't mean that I'm raping kids.
Or sex trafficking.
Yeah, but you know that's going to be what's going to happen. Do you really think it's going to stop? See, this is where everybody always and this is where, if you do anything for me at all tomorrow, Seth, you do this. Don't let these assholes stop you with what's in the bill. Make sure that you say to them point blank, how far is this going to extend in 5 years? What's going to change on this in 5 years? How are you going to use this against me in 5 years? Because this kind of a bill is literally the smoking in the bars bill. Remember when the smoking in the bars bill came out and it was like, oh no, it's just for the bars. It's just for the bars. We don't want you to breathe that air. Now you can't smoke in any building downtown.
Right.
This is the same fucking thing. They're going to start with, well, you have to register this and that. Then it's going to be like, well, you have to register and you have to do more for this. And you have to pay an extra fee for that. And you're only allowed, you're watching too much porn. So we're going to limit you on what you can watch.
Now, again, he said that streaming and stuff is not, Cody said streaming is not included in the bill. I'll try to find that out tomorrow. But I know that we stream on Rumble and YouTube, whatever we stream on.
Yeah.
But there's no real parental controls on Rumble, is there? I don't know.
I mean, they will pull your channel if you're caught doing porn or copyright or whatever, but they don't. You know, what about BitChute? What about a channel like BitChute that's 1,000%? Not only is it unregulated, but it's also peer-to-peer, so there is no quote-unquote host.
But again, forget about the fact that we don't show porn on here.
No.
We
talk about it.
Picture of a wrestler, but we talk about porn, and we talk about, and again, the language alone, wouldn't that be detrimental to children? Isn't that considered?
You would think so.
Obscene material.
And I would love to hear whomever you're talking to tomorrow say, yeah, if it's talked about, it's not going to be changing. I'd love to hear that come out of his mouth instead of saying, well, and I guarantee you what you're going to hear tomorrow. You're going to ask him, what about language? He's going to go, well, the bill's going to constantly be reevaluated for, code word for we're going to keep fucking you with this thing once we get it in.
Right.
Fuck this. I'm very against this.
I see a lot of issues with this because, again, what is considered obscene? A child could right now look up Google Images and look up a picture of a naked person. But I don't know what they consider.
Yeah, dude. Realistically, and let's not go by let's not go by the law. Let's just go by reality. Realistically, how old's your daughter?
18.
6 months ago, she could have walked into pretty much any gas station and bought a 6-pack.
Probably.
That's been the way it's been forever. Half of her friends, or the boys, not her boyfriends, but boys that are her friends that are 16 to 18 years old, they all got a fucking beard, right?
Oh, yeah. And they're smoking weed.
Yeah. So they can all fucking walk into a grocery store and buy a bottle of wine. I would think, don't you think? I mean, there might be one conscientious person at the Walmart that's going to stop you. But for the most part, what is a $10 an hour Walmart clerk going to do? They're going to, all right, here you go.
Yeah.
Boone's Farm, here you go. You know, I mean, this is ridiculous. This is such an overreach of government. This is the kind of... And this is why I don't cheerlead any government. I don't know if this is a Trump thing or Dems or Republicans in Ohio or whatever, but this feels very right-leaning Christian-y bullshit. Like they're trying to wedge this on this. They're using all the push buttons. They're using the wedge of kids, and I guarantee you if they run into trouble, they're gonna bring out the religion. They're going to say, well, this is good for those that are morally right, you know, which is Q for Catholicism. Fuck this.
Yeah, I just wish it was what I've seen. I wish it was a little bit more specific.
I agree with Cody, too, here. This is a step toward digital ID. I totally agree with that. And social credit score.
Well, it says you could use a selfie. What is a selfie going to do?
Selfie? Well, I could take a selfie of you and upload it.
Right. And my daughter looks younger than 18. I mean, what happens if she takes a selfie? It's like, no.
Yeah. I'll take a selfie of like my late father and I'll put that up there. What are they going to do? Prosecute him?
What's to stop you from taking a picture of some random dude as you're walking around and just using that as a selfie?
Why not? I don't want to give them my driver's license. If it's just a photo and like, was it Apple? One of these fucking companies. I think it's Apple because it's the only thing that I use Face ID on. And like, it was a real pain in the ass to train the Apple. Like you're turning it 15 different ways. Yeah. You know, if it's like that one time and then it remembers you, I still don't like it, but I would do it. I do not like giving. My biggest problem to this is that either company that we're going to say is going to be collecting this info, I don't want to give my info to.
No.
I don't want to give it to the government, and I sure as shit don't want like Vivid Video having my social.
Right.
Because those are a bunch of scumbags that work there, and we know that. Believe me, judge or mayor or whoever it is that is proposing this, we understand that the people working at these places are scuzzy. We get it.
Right.
That's why we're looking at their website, not fucking inviting them over for dinner. Because we know they're scumbags. I don't want that. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't know. And see, the problem is I'm going to have to call Bob after this show tonight and just try to like tell him some questions to ask.
Yeah, some tactful ways to ask them.
I'm usually not allowed to like jump in on these kind of interviews, unfortunately. But I mean, there are definitely some questions I think need to be answered as far as the government reach.
Yeah.
And what are they going to do with the information? What is considered obscene?
How long do they hold the information?
Right.
Do I got to redo it every year, like a driver's license?
Every time,
every site,
every day that you got to, you're sitting down to chill out for a little while. You got to enter in your ID again.
Yeah. Do I got to sign up for a different one if I sign up for Pornhub Plus instead of regular Pornhub?
Because like when we deliver alcohol and stuff like that anymore,
yeah,
you scan the ID with your phone. So you just scan the back bar or whatever, and it gives all the information to DoorDash or whoever it gives it to, so you can verify your age. And I don't know where that information ends up going. I mean, all these sites anymore track everything you do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they do. I get it. Look,
Now, are they going to start personalizing your porn choices?
well, if they make it easier, then I'll be all in.
So, like, if they keep track of your ID and say, all right, well, he likes this kind of stuff.
That would make me thrilled if I logged into Pornhub and it said, "Hello, Chris. Do you want to see girls getting fucked on a boat today?"
This guy likes Turkish street hookers. There you go.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I guess if it personalizes your porn use, it might be kind of
I might be okay with that if it does, but
keeps your favorite locked in. And
oh, that'd be great. Wouldn't that be great? Hello, Chris. Do you want to see rape fetish videos today?
Whoa, dude.
No,
no, thank you.
No.
But you're right. I mean, if it does keep track of shit like that, you're sure as hell gonna have issues. What if a cop is pulling you over, and there's like a list of shit that you like looking at? Mm-hmm. Oh, I see you look at a lot of teen videos on Pornhub.
See, and now you're getting into what is scary, because if, like I said, let's say 2 blocks from you, a 13-year-old gets raped. Police come, they do a research to see who lives in the neighborhood, and there's 2 sex offenders and 14 of you that are registered porn viewers, and then they go through your porn history of those 14 people, and they're like, Jesus Christ, Seth spent 16 hours watching Barely Legal 31.
Right.
You know, let's go talk to him. Let's investigate him. And then you're under the microscope for no fucking reason. You know, and they'll call that like a justified search.
Of course they will.
They won't. That'll be like automatic grounds for a warrant, is that you have a history of looking at porn. It's none of their fucking business. Now, I'm way against this. Dude, if Bob needs somebody to call in on behalf of watching porn tomorrow, you tell him I will absolutely do it, and I'll do it clean. I'll do it without even... I can tiptoe around.
I mean, Cody's kind of right. It is almost like the Patriot Act, only into guys that like...
It's the Porntreat Act.
It's kind of invading people's privacy.
It is.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe that's their point. Maybe we're trying to shame people into not looking at stuff.
Well, no, they're trying to make it so that they can make money off it. The government does this with everything. They're going to herd y'all in, and then they're going to say, well, there's going to be a tax on porn tax. You want better roads? Well, you're going to have to pay the porn tax. They already do it with the sin tax for any time a fucking football owner wants a new studio or a new stadium or whatever. You're paying for drinking beers and whatever. They are gonna tax this. They're gonna get a record of who does it, and you are gonna get, surprise, another Rita tax for your porn viewing. That's what's gonna happen. Won't happen immediately, but it will 5 years down the road.
Cody says buy stock in VPN.
Problem is this is a worldwide thing. The rest of the world is less liking porn than we are. We're the only country that kind of flaunts the fact that we look at porn. Half the other countries around the world, they'll chop your fucking eyes out if you're looking at porn.
You don't see a lot of foreign porn out there?
No, there's not. There's not. Look at some of the ridiculous, like the Muslim countries with their ridiculous morality clauses. Think they're watching porn?
I see Muslim porn on some of these sites.
On American sites. I promise you, over at Allah Akbar porn site, it doesn't. You're not seeing a whole lot of Osama bin Laden getting his fucking pipe smoked.
I'm gonna look and see foreign porn sites. Google that. I'm so going to jail. There's a thing called the Porn Dude. Most popular porn site by country.
There you go.
Porn Map.
Porn Map? Where's that popular?
It's not very user-friendly there. Top porn sites. This is .uk. All right, let's run down a bunch of these.
I'm going to see which ones I shop.
Top free porn sites.
Okay.
X videos.
Is number 1?
Yes.
Yes.
Number 2 is XNXX.
Not familiar.
Number 3 is Pornhub.
Okay.
4 is X Hamster.
Okay.
5 is ePorner.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Never heard of it. Never heard of most of these. Number 6, Porn Dig.
Porn Dig, I don't know that one.
7 is YouPorn.
YouPorn's okay.
RedTube.
RedTube used to be good.
Porn Hat.
Don't know.
DinoTube.
Don't know.
Number 11 is They Are Huge.
They are. Is that about toes?
Number 12 is Porn One. O-N-E.
Porn One.
Porn One.
Okay.
13, Tube Safari.
Tube Safari.
Number 14, Beeg, B-E-G.
You're getting into some real obscure shit here.
Yeah. Okay is number 15. Porn 300. Fapster.
Fapster.
Oh my God, dude. There's 70 of these. I'm not going to go through all 70. Number 70 is thematureporn.com.
Ugh.
Lobster Tube sounds fun.
Lobster. I got to see what that is. Lobstertube.com. This isn't I'm 18 plus. Let me in. Whoa! That's a lot of porn.
Is it?
Holy goodness. There's no way I can even show you a screenshot of this.
Top amateur porn sites.
There's got to be 100 different subcategories here.
Really?
There's nude, real mom, huge cock, casting, hot wife, skinny, real cheating, wife, swinger, perfect tits, hard fuck, mature and young, 18 plus, amateur, mature.
You want the best British porn sites?
Oh, please.
BritishSexFilms.com.
Don't know it.
Pascal's Subsluts.
Oh,
Joy Bear. Love Amateur. BritishBukakibabes.com. BritishGrannyFuck.com.
ugh.
Social Glamour and Pure XXX Films.
Nice. All right. I just, Brian in the chat room threw a very, very old CMS reference in there, and that's really funny. Cooter Smiles.
I think you told me about that before.
I was gonna build a porn site, and I was riffing one night on the show, and I called it Cooter Smiles. I think that's a great name, Cooter Smiles.
It is. It is pretty good. So I guess, I mean, I don't know. I know, like, you can look up, like, Turkish porn and stuff on
Sure.
some of these sites, and you get, like, and then, like, the words are all in, like, Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's an American thing or if they actually have, like, Turkish porn.
I'm
sites.
sure they do have Turkish porn sites over there, too, but even here, though, if you look it up, if you look up Muslim woman getting fucked in the ass or Turkish woman taking a dick or whatever, all you ever get is Mia Khalifa.
Yeah, I know.
That's all you ever get is Mia Khalifa over and over. She is every nationality except white woman.
She was hot, though. Or
She
is.
was hot.
I think she's past her prime now.
Well, now she's a sports reporter or jewel. What is it she said? I saw her on something like on Fox News or something, and they asked her, or they introduced her as a jewelry creator. I was like, what
According
jewelry
to,
is she creating other than pearl necklaces?
Brian did give us an article from Newsweek, and this was published back in May. New bill could ban pornography across the U.S.
Fuck that.
But it was done by a senator in Utah, Mike Lee. I mean, I can't imagine.
Yeah, all that's really going to mean is that we're going to go to the underground to find it.
Or it'll be an IED thing because
Yeah,
you can't just ban that kind of stuff.
You're not stopping porn.
No.
Meanwhile, I'm going to spend the next. When does this bill go into place?
Next month, September.
I'm going to load me up a couple of thumb drives with porn. Just so that I have some, just in case.
I'll buy you a thumb drive, and if you just copy that over, please.
Unfortunately for both of us, it'll be 16 terabytes. Neither one of us will be satisfied with half a gig.
No.
Yeah, we need a 30 terabyte hard drive here.
I'm gonna have to buy 3 new laptops. My poor family that listens to this show.
Well, they know.
I know. I don't care. Newsweek. Only Japan is crazy as the U.S. with porn.
Yeah, but Japan, I disagree with that fully because Japan, they pixelate out the dick.
They do. They do pixelate.
And that sucks. Or doesn't suck, as the case may be. There's nothing worse than watching some hot Japanese chick and she gets ready to fucking suck this guy's cock, and all of a sudden it looks like they're trying to cover Adidas on somebody's hat or some shit. They're pixelating out the dick like we don't know what she's doing.
And watching a Japanese guy, I feel more like a man, dude.
Yeah, of course. I know there's nothing better when they got like a 6'5" Japanese guy with a 3-inch dick.
Yeah, then I feel
like all right, I'm in.
Like sometimes I look up fat guy porn just so I don't feel like I'm the only guy. Fat guy, hot chick, dude.
Right.
Then I look at myself, okay, I'm not that bad. Look at that guy.
Right. That's funny.
This show will not be on the radio, by the way.
No, apparently not.
I found they hired somebody at my company today who's like not in our building, but for the company.
Yeah.
I guess the company is going podcast heavy.
Okay.
And so, I don't know, we may have to change. Or somebody's going to have to put an ID on to watch our show.
Well, I'm fine with them putting up the podcast as long as they put up the podcast.
OnlyFans. Do you need an ID for OnlyFans? I don't think you do. No.
Is that streaming or is that porn?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. This is considered streaming then, right?
Yeah. But and what about the crossover people? What about like Hazy Haley? That's on YouTube. She's huge, just kind of doing some innuendo stuff.
Right.
But then she goes to OnlyFans and it's
full on.
Yeah, it's looking up her asshole to see what she ate for dinner. I mean, it's full on.
Well, I'm hopefully that we'll get some answers tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11.
Well, this is what I'm telling you. If Bob needs somebody to call in and actually speak on behalf of porn, I'm more than happy to do that. I would be happy to do a call in and be clean, but absolutely stand up for porn. Because I will. I'm so against this, you don't even know.
But I guess the question would be, I know why you're against it for your reasons.
Sure.
But what reason would you give for trying to stop children from watching it?
What reason would I give? It's not their business. It's my business how I raise my kid. I don't need them to raise my child. It's not their job to raise my child. Yeah. It's not the government's job to raise my child, nor is it Pornhub's job to raise my child. If my kid is watching porn on his phone or on his tablet at home or whatever, that's on me. That's not on the government. It's none of the government's fucking business. That's my answer.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. So, I don't know. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock.
All right, well, I'll be around.
Gary Click, and I'll talk to Bob and see if
okay.
wants somebody to come on. Come on. So, all right, we've covered quite the gamut here today.
Yeah, we did. We covered a ton. We actually had a sort of political conversation while still keeping it dirty as hell. I love it.
Yeah, it was good. So let's recap. We've learned that Shadeur's in 1 month.
Yes.
Shadeur Sanders will be the quarterback for the Browns. We will be ID'd for porn.
Mm-hmm.
And I still will have never seen John Drake play in his band.
Well, at least one of those things is good.
I know.
I sure ain't the ID in the porn.
And he's too much of a pussy to make a bet with me this year.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He did eat 3 pounds of crickets or whatever.
And I have changed my prediction to 8 wins for our Browns.
Yeah, well, you can have that one. They're not winning 8 games.
Coming up on Wednesday's show, I have no idea, but we'll have fun.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
If you haven't signed up for mine, do so.
Because then it'll
We're
be more
staying
fun.
on for this week at least, right?
Yeah, and I mean, unless they ban it, we're gonna keep doing the mines, I guess.
Mines.com/Seth Williams Show. Go there, sign up, extra content on Wednesdays.
Yep.
And then don't forget to check out thesethwilliamsshow.com, where you can buy merchandise, watch episodes, and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And then still have not received anything on Venmo for tonight. We have expressed our need for some sort of payment.
They don't care.
And balance still says $0.
They don't care.
They should, because we do this, and everybody else gets fucking tipped. I got to tip the goddamn Subway sandwich maker. I got to tip some asshole who gives me ice cream. We provide hours of entertainment for you.
Sure.
Seth Williams 32.
I threw $1 at Chris Pavlovsky of Rumble today. I was in one of his chats, and I wanted a question asked, so I threw him $1.
I mean, I will say, though, that you did send me $4 the other day for the mines.
And I owe you another $2.16 from yesterday.
See? Taking off. Making the big bucks.
Yeah. Be able to use that to buy our porn ID, maybe.
Yes. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your night and a good Tuesday. We'll talk to you again on Wednesday, God willing. Thank you, my friends, for listening. And we will see you.
See ya.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Triv, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.
All right, before we go, a quick pause to tell you about Pickaxe, the creator and user-first platform built for people, not algorithms. You know what big tech is up to? Data mining, bot-driven feeds, black box AI deciding who sees your work. Instead, Pickaxe hands you an algorithm-free chronological feed with native Rumble playback, auto-publishing for all your live streams, free blue check verification, and full monetization control. Your voice, your rules. Best of all, the web version is out there right now. It's live. And their iOS and Android apps drop next month. On Pickaxe, your Rumble videos play seamlessly right in your feed, as if they were built into the platform. No embeds, no workarounds, just smooth native playback. Even better, in beta now, creators can connect their Rumble channel to Pickaxe to automatically post live streams and videos so your followers never miss a moment. You can also write full articles directly on Pickaxe today, and later this year you'll be able to blast them out as email newsletters with one click and build up your email list for direct audience access. Monetize on your terms through paywalls, revenue sharing, and affiliate ads that auto-insert promo codes and tracking links. That's right. And because bots shouldn't steal your spotlight, Pickaxe hands you a free blue check so that everyone knows it's really you. Pickaxe is building tech that builds up humanity, algorithm-free, voice-free, noise-free, human first. Everything's first. Head to pickaxe.com, Pickax.com, sign up, and take your platform to the next level. Real voices deserve a real home. Pickaxe.com.